Hello, hello once again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Knuckle20, and this is Fire Emblem Three Houses Crimson Flower Maddening. I'm joined today at the commentary booth by the amazing, the incredible, the person that has joined me the most times in the commentary booth, the Elksprit.
Once again, we're here, and once again, we're having some fun.
I'm very excited because you tell me that you've never done Crimson Flower at all, have you?
No, because why would I?
Well, I'm very, very excited because this is where we finally get to the point where the path diverges, and we get to see some good stuff that you just don't see in other routes now. So I'm very excited to show that off, and very, very excited to share that with you, and with our audience as well.
Alright then, I'll be as honest as possible about it then.
Well, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope everyone else does as well. So with that, let us get to the video.
Rhea, please talk to me. What are you hiding? What is the meaning
So yes, the chapter opens with Seteth being somewhat vexed with Rhea.
As I said, there is nothing of which to speak. For now. At the end of this month...
I read Gerald's diary. I happened upon it in his room.
Jeez, dude.
Yep.
In it, he stated the reason for his...
Seteth is pulling no punches at this point in time.
Fire has returned to us. Gerald realized that you had done something to the child and decided to flee. What did you do to that baby, Rhea? Nothing questionable, I should hope.
Oh.
Enough. They will be here shortly.
I mean, Rhea did a lot of questionable things to that baby.
I will take
one major thing.
Yeah.
There.
I mean, the whole genetic engineering part's, like, separate, I suppose.
When I was young, I heard her voice there. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, that's the premise of the chapter. You've got to go and sit on a throne to see exactly what's going on.
In and out of Garreg Mach? Perhaps they are doing something in the Empire. As the legitimate heir of the Iyer family, I have not heard anything about it. But if it were significant, I am sure my father would have told me.
How long does it take to go from place to place that they can do that?
I don't know. Maybe it's the teleportation magic, who knows? But mainly it's Ferdinand is an idiot.
And your eyes! What happened to you? You didn't lose something as a consequence of gaining these powers, did you?
And Lysithea...
Well, not so much something.
I
Yeah.
see. Well, that makes me feel better.
Lysithea's a sweetie, though. She's just like, I did something bad happen to you because it happened to me. I'm scared. And I'm like, it's fine.
Really?
Hey, the Holy Tomb, huh? I've worked here for years, and this is the first I've heard of it. I mean, it does make some sense. Sort of. Something about it is still weird. I understand now why they'd build the monastery in the mountainous center of Fodlan. Although, when the monastery was built, the Kingdom and Alliance weren't even around yet. But look how cleverly it was placed, right in the middle of the Empire, Kingdom, and Alliance. That's weird, right?
Manuela has stumbled on to, like, a major part of the backstory. Which is
Time
great.
travel.
Well, how you holding up?
Yeah, pretty much.
The human body is strong, but we all have our limits. Even folks who fraternize with the goddess. How was she, by the way? A real knockout, yeah?
Balthus, what the hell? You're not Ignatz.
I knew it. Good thing I never officially turned my back on that beaut, huh? Next punch I throw is for her.
So yeah, here we're recruiting Balthus because I'm a bit like... I'm not going to use him very much, but I want his paralog, and there's no downside of recruiting him.
Blame ya. Look, I
Oh, yeah.
get it. You're the new professor. You've got a lot on your plate. You need backup? I'm your guy. Fine.
I assume you were waiting just so that he'd be leveled higher for the paralog.
Yeah, so I waited until now because I wasn't planning on using him, but
Now about
this
that
way he comes into the paralog at level 19, which is a lot
mood strikes.
friendlier.
I get bored from time to time, all cooped up.
And yeah, you need to do that to deal with the Ashenwolf paralogs because they're a pain otherwise.
So, Hoppy getting the same
My word.
same treatment?
Absolutely,
Rumors
yes.
of you receiving the goddess's power were true.
So
You're
with
still you, obviously.
with this month in particular, You have about, in my case, I had about 5 paralogs to go through. And so the format of this episode is slightly different to all of the rest, which is I'm splitting this into 2 parts. This part is where we go through the plot, see the recruits, see the monastery, all that kind of stuff. And there'll be a second episode where I run through all the paralogs in what I call Paralogeddon, because that's what it is.
Fine.
Yeah, it's I'll have to watch that one carefully because it definitely involves stuff I haven't seen that much either.
Yeah, mainly it's going to be about how you deal with the Ash and Wolf paralogs, since they are the hardest ones to deal with, ones that people have a lot of trouble with. But yes, here we go. This is the first big bit of unique stuff for Crimson Flower.
There's something I must do. It will take a few days, but I promise we'll be back in time for the ceremony at the Holy Tomb. It's meant to be a secret, but I'm going to Enbar, the Imperial capital. There is something I must do there.
Oh,
Ooh, yep. Yep.
I didn't realize they put like a heartbeat there.
Thank you, my teacher.
So, an important thing to note here is that doing this immediately ends the day.
Father,
So you want to do it once you've done all your tasks in the monastery.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk to Edelgard before then.
And so,
There is no need to apologize, Edelgard. You must know that I do not have much time left in this world. The time has come.
thank you, Father. Now, to complete the Imperial succession, you must relinquish your crown here in the throne room. The Archbishop of the Church of Seros would normally act as witness, but my professor will fill that role instead.
Edelgard.
From this day forward, the weight of the Empire's future shall rest upon my shoulders. All that I do will be for the benefit of the people of Fodlan.
Edelgard von Hresvelg, the crown is yours. By the covenant between the red blood and the white sword, and by the double-headed eagle upon your head, I hereby pronounce you the new Emperor. Are you prepared to take those responsibilities as your own?
In accordance with the ancient covenant, and in keeping with the Hresvelg legacy, I swear that upon this throne, I shall use my reign to lead Fodlan to a new dawn and achieve peace for all.
But first, war.
The Imperial succession is complete.
Oh, you're telling me that the Flame Emperor was never an emperor?
I regret that
Oh, well, she is now.
when you were stolen away,
We fixed it retrospectively.
when the Prime Minister did those horrible things, I could only watch in horror.
I understand, Father. In those dark times, your eyes and your fists were my salvation. Within your eyes, I saw true care. And upon your fists,
I probably can't even make a fist anymore.
Yeah, I
saw
know,
the
right?
Blood that dripped and fell. Even as I bled, I felt that you too must also be bleeding.
Your Majesty, you must not leave your sleeping chambers in your condition. Ah, Edelgard. I did not expect to find your Highness here.
Prime Minister, you have misspoken. I am no longer your Highness, but rather your Majesty.
Impossible!
Yukaya is an idiot.
Edelgard is the new Emperor of the Etrestian Empire.
In what way is that impossible?
Officials
Or unpredictable?
Unexpected, perhaps.
Maybe.
you, Prime Minister.
Are dismissed. It will be some time before you are allowed to make contact with the outside world again.
No! How can this be? Understood, Your Majesty.
I mean, to be fair, at least he doesn't go kicking and screaming.
My dear El, I leave
He doesn't seem happy about it, though.
No, but I don't think he can do anything. Mainly, he has some level of dignity.
Father. Thank you for staying by my side, Professor. Now that I'm the Emperor, it's time to grasp my destiny. After the ceremony at the Holy Tomb, I must return to Enbar. This may be the last we see of each other. We are out of time, my teacher. Everyone is waiting for us. We must go.
There you go. And now, to unlock Crimson Flower, you need to get that scene, and then something else will happen later on. But you need to do that first, otherwise you can't get Crimson Flower.
Yeah.
What I'm showing off here, by the way, is not really showing off, but this is something that you can do. You can promote people to classes they aren't going to use, because they'll give stat bonuses if their stats are too low. And so, for example, here, Yuri gets an extra point in defense because I promoted him to a hero.
Right.
And so you can do that across a lot of classes. Now, the big ones are... I did this to Lysithea and Constance, and I put them into one of the mage classes, and that fixed a lot of their defense and res, which was very, very low at the time. So you can use that to fix characters who have low growths in certain areas, but develop into classes which have better growths in those areas, basically. What people will try and do, actually, often, is get armor proficiency D on a lot of people, and promote them to armor knights, because that gives you a big defense increase from...
Oh, yeah, that. Definitely.
Yes, I believe we go directly to the mission here, because, yes. We've skipped all the paralogs, they'll come later.
Are you surprised, Professor? This is the Holy Tomb.
Surprised by what?
There was such a vast space beneath the monastery all this time.
Because we went to another tomb that's almost exactly the same.
Of this world.
This is where the goddess who created this world was laid to rest, along with her children. It is said that our creator, the goddess Sothis, sat upon this very throne. Professor, do you recognize this throne?
Yup.
So long. I have waited so very long for this day. Sit upon the throne. I have no doubt you will be gifted a revelation from the goddess.
A little too late, but...
And by this is like, well, this sure is an uncomfortable seat.
Supposed to be but a step away. What could possibly be missing?
Stop right there.
Don't move, any of you. If you move, your lives will be forfeit. Thank you ever so much for guiding us this far. The Imperial Army will now take possession of everything in the Holy Tomb.
What's the Imperial Army doing here?
Wait, does he work for the Flame Emperor? So the Flame Emperor is connected to the Empire. I never thought that possible.
Then you're meant to be smart.
Did you know about this?
Yes. In fact, I gave the order. I am the Flame Emperor.
I guess that's the end of play at school, Lady Edelgard. I mean, Your Majesty.
Get to work, everyone. The crest stones belong to us now. And take those filthy bones, too.
Gross.
Oh, well.
Insolence! You will atone for the sin of trampling on this holy resting place. Professor, destroy these villainous traitors who dare dishonor our creator.
Wait, what's the meaning of this, Edelgard?
You made use of us? Why?
I'm sorry, my teacher. I cut this path, and now I must follow it. My friends, I ask that all of you stay back. It is not my intention to fight you. By order of the Adrestian Emperor,
I mean, I'd be fine with that, Edelgard. I'm fine just leaving
I
this.
command you to collect the crest stones. If anyone attempts to stop us, kill them.
Oh, Mitoti's jazzed about killing.
Yeah, Mitodi's very, very excited about murder.
I will not allow such violence from the Empire. Strike down the rebels and protect the Holy Tomb.
The crest stones are in the caskets. Open every last one of them.
The Holy Tomb must not be desecrated. Protect as many of the crest stones as you can.
So yeah, this is the gimmick of the map. There are enemies down the left and right hand side who will steal crest stones from the tomb. And if and the reward for protecting all the crest stones is a knowledge gem. So it's really, really important for you to make sure that you grab all of them and stop them from being stolen. So my approach here is,
Take them out.
I don't think this map is that difficult, so I'm running Raphael and Manuela here to try and get experience on them. Which they're able to do. Well, at least Manuela's able to do pretty easily because she's got high speed and a leaving sword.
Yeah, she's kind of made for it.
Yeah, pretty well. She's made for taking apart armors, really. She's very good at it. But most mages in this game are very good at blowing up armor units. But the thing is, these guys, especially Raphael and Manuela, are people I recruited much, much later. So they don't have the same oomph that a lot of my other units do. It's a little bit harder for them to get clean kills, all that kind of stuff.
To work.
Fortunately, this is why I have Leone.
Righto.
Well, he doubles on an iron sword for 23 damage.
Another one down.
Oh, and this is what annoyed me. She masters assassin now. And I'd really like her to be in Swordmaster at this point. But spoilers. Yeah, well, you can't promote across the next chapter in Crimson Flower. So,
yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately, she's going to remain an assassin, be unable to get class experience for ages. Very annoying. Constance, by the way, is showing off her battalion.
Yeah, that's quite the area.
Yes, it is. So, obviously I've done the Ashen Wolf Paralogue by this point. Constance's battalion is the only flying magic battalion in the game. And so it's very, very good, unsurprisingly, on a Dark Flyer.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
I didn't intend for Leone to kill that guy. She just did.
Take away every last one of those crest stones. That is enough.
Too many S sounds in a phrase.
Right, I'm pretty sure Edelgard knows exactly what these crest stones are and what they do.
For her, because it's oh man, I don't remember a lot of this game nowadays.
Ah, well.
At least not the broad strokes sometimes.
That is that.
Violet has been doing work. I think he's in Trickster right now, yes. And that seems like a good fit for him, actually. I feel like it's better than an Enlightened one, really.
Another way.
Because the growths are much, much better than the Enlightened one growths.
I have improved.
And
I don't think I took him out of that class, but I didn't have access to Trickster, so...
Yeah. Well, even Swordmaster or Assassin Byleth is, I think, better than Enlightened one Byleth is. So one thing I'm doing here, by the way, and I'll be doing across like the paralogs as well, is I'm just burning charges on the Creator Sword right now. Because once you transition to Part 2, I believe everyone comes back with regenerated durability on their weapons.
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure if that's true on Crimson Flower or not. So,
I think, I'm pretty sure. I don't see why it would be different.
So I could, in theory, be trolling myself, but I don't think I am. So basically what I've done is I've taken down most of the enemies here. And you can see there are a couple enemies back there who've got crest stones and stuff. They're just going to walk into me anyway, so it's not a huge deal for me to worry about them right now. But the thing is, what's happened is Leone and Shamir standing where they are has aggroed one of the casters.
Everyone?
Well, so aggroed one of the casters, and what Three Houses has is proximity aggro. So if an enemy that's aggroed moves past another one, they can chain that aggro on, and they'll start moving as well, which is why everyone's moving now. And that makes it a little bit awkward, because I was going to try and not kill me, Toady, but I think he's going to have to die now.
Yeah, why would you spare him?
Because one of our friends on the Fire Emblem Discord likes him, so I was like, I want to try and not kill him. Plus, you know,
I feel like they like him because he's so killable, though.
Yeah, maybe. Also, you know, he works for the Empire, and I'm a bit like, well, I don't want to kill my own soldiers.
And he certainly doesn't feel the same, so...
No, well, he's dumb. He doesn't realize I'm going to join the Empire yet.
Luck is always on my side.
So this is how I'm dealing with this train of dudes coming forward. I'm using Ferdinand and Constance, basically, with hit-and-run tactics.
Fearless, as usual.
To just walk in, poke an enemy, and then run back out again, whilst the slow armor knights plod behind us, unable to catch up.
I'm told it's fine to kill those who resist. Now then, how shall I cook you?
That is one hell of a face, Mitodi. Constance is having none of it, though.
Big ouch.
No, I was just following orders. I just...
You see, Constance doesn't like being cooked. She prefers her food chilled.
Ah, that's true. That's true.
Look at you!
Raphael's just
Thanks,
like, yeah.
Raphael.
Good work. So yeah, basically just jump in, jump out, hit and run. And you can do a good job here because the enemies here are very, very slow, and your guys, especially your flyers and mounted units, are very fast, very mobile. So eventually we whittle it down to just Edelgard.
Alright, so what's she rocking right now?
So right now
Little,
she's got distant counter, which is the big thing. So she can counter from any distance at all, which is a pain since like Lysithea can't fight her. And Leone and Shamir, who are the two people who could probably fight her quite well, are off on the other side of the country. I don't think about it, I'm like, well, I can armor slay her down to 2 HP here. Because she has armor vulnerability still for some reason. She doesn't get rid of it until later.
Professor, I will make no excuses. Thank you for all that you did for me. In truth, no. Let's leave it at that.
In truth, what, Edelgard?
I don't know.
No, I don't know either. Okay, and now we get some more unique Crimson Flower dialogue. Or sorry, not Crimson Flower dialogue, but more unique dialogue at least. Because it turns out, Constance has a unique dialogue here. Only character that does, apart from Viola.
I have wavered and suffered, and now my resolve is firm. Now confess, had I told you, would you have kept my secret?
Absolutely not. I would have moved against you without a moment's hesitation.
As I thought. That is precisely why I did not tell you. Now get out of my way.
Glad me and Constance is out for this one.
Oh, yeah. Well, happy Constance, I don't know. Gets a terrible level up for killing Edelgard, though.
So, the end has come.
Hey, all her health is back.
Yep. That rusted bow becomes a silver bow, as I show there. The knowledge gem's the big prize, though. Since especially across Crimson Flower, when you have fewer chapters to work with, being able to max out classes faster is good.
You have disappointed me, Edelgard. To think that a descendant of House Hresvelg would dare betray the Holy Church.
On such a tacky outfit.
It's my teacher who stands in my way.
Yeah, pretty much.
I always knew it would come to this.
Doesn't really work without the mask.
Professor, kill Edelgard at once. She is a danger to all of Fodlan. Such a rebellious heart cannot be allowed to keep beating.
Yeah, Rhea, about that. I must protect my Edelgard.
Yep.
I dwell on this for a second, though, for dramatic effect. Yes.
You. How dare you?
Just like that, all our budget is gone.
Exactly.
But are you
Well, that's because the church is not paying them anymore, you know?
Isn't the time for
Yeah.
Words
Oh,
cannot
God.
properly express
What up, Hubert?
Professor.
So, this is the choice you have made.
Oh, boy.
The
I don't like that,
amazing Rhea face.
I don't like that angle.
Your presence
Oh, it's so good.
pollutes this holy tomb and disgraces my brethren. I will not allow one who would lend our enemies strength to wield the power of the goddess Sothis. I have passed judgment, and now I shall rip your chest open and take back your heart myself!
Yep. This is where the budget's gone.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Rhea is their leader.
I would have preferred just putting on the 3D model there, you know?
Yeah, I know. They just didn't though.
They have one, right?
Yep. And then you escape. And that's the chapter.
Oh my god. Come on.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, Crimson Flower, I love you so much, but yeah. I do wish you'd had any money. So there we go, that is the transition, not directly to Crimson Flower, there's still one more chapter in White Clouds, but it's very,
Right.
very different on the Crimson Flower route than it is on all the others. So I'm looking forward to showing
Alright,
that.
cool.
And yeah, also looking forward to talking through Paralogeddon, which is going to be great fun.
Oh, yeah.
I'll explain how I converted Ash into shoes, and it'll be great.
Oh.
So with that in mind, guys, thank you all very, very much for watching. Alex, thanks again for joining us today.
No problem.
And we will catch you all in the next set of episodes.
See y'all later.